So first of all, I would like to thank Dr. Venkatesh sir and Dr. Kunal, the organizing secretary of this conference, for inviting me and giving me an opportunity to present my experiences of making a PowerPoint slide with all of you people. I'm very excited and very happy to be with you all. I'm very sorry that I could not make it physically, but I'm very sure that my mind and soul will always be there in Arvind. So to start with, how we can make an impactful PowerPoint slide. So the concept is very simple, which I'll be explaining with few examples, and you can simply follow it from basic to a good PowerPoint slide and advanced PowerPoint slides. You can make it, and it is very easy to learn. It is not a very hi-fi rocket science. It is just a bit of interest, and keep on working on PowerPoint. You will be definitely excel in making good PowerPoint slides. So as sir explained before, I still remember this, our MBBS time where we have to, overnight, we have to write on this OHP sheets, and then we have to keep it on this overhead projector and then cover it with another paper so that people should not know what exactly we written at the same point of time. We have to keep uncovering it a little by little, then show them, showcase them, and keep on talking them. All these things used to be there. But this drastically changed when the PowerPoint came into effect. We started from 1987 until now 2019. There are lots of versions of PowerPoint have come, and with great features and so many additions. Now we can do so much with PowerPoint. Not only just a PowerPoint slide presentation, we can include various videos, add music, photos, edit pictures, give voiceover, make a movie. So many things we can do with the PowerPoint. It can be effectively used as a digital storytelling media. Include so many graphics, add infographics, and we can even do a quiz-like presentation in our PowerPoint. I'll just explain all these things a bit by it. So we want our PowerPoint to be like this. We want at the end of our presentation, we want everybody to give a standing ovation, but most of the time we'll end up like this. So instead of landing up with a good presentation, most of the time we make it a boring presentation. So what exactly an impactful slide means? So me as an audience, I always would like the slide to be simple and clear so that I can easily understand what is happening there. I know where I should focus and what is the key point from this particular slide. So I would like the slide to have a better clear structure, should have relevant content, and should have an effective visual aids which are relative. The speaker should be easily communicating the points what he wants to tell. There should be an engaging delivery, and it should be more like an effective storytelling. So audience will appreciate these kind of slides and presentations. The first point we should always remember is less is always more. The lesser the amount we put it on the slide, the more effective the slide will become. It is very easy to tell, but it is our duty as a speaker to make sure that we should put the lesser content at the same time, convey the relevant points. As you see, this is an example where the slide talks about acanthamoeba keratitis, where it has very vital informations. But as soon as a speaker, I see this slide, immediately I get bored because I cannot follow so many things which is written here. So simply we can just convert this into a simple slide like this, where there is a central picture. I know what the speaker is talking about, and the points which are listed out at side by side, and which is concise. So an immediate improvement can be seen with the slide, which can be further improved by just taking out the background color. Now, this making the background as dark, we know where exactly the points are and what to focus. And adding a simple animation, which keeps on revealing the points one by one, makes the audience follow this more easily. And you can add a little color change also so that what is very important points you can understand. So like this. This is another example where, what points I should really focus by simple adding animation. So this will really elevate our slide to the next level. We have to keep one idea or one concept per slide. Combining many ideas, many concepts in a particular slide, at the end of that slide, the listener will not know what exactly the speaker was trying to convey. Like this particular slide talks about aqueous humor production, and it talks about the first step, second step, third step, but all mixed in a single slide. It is more little confusing. A simple addition to this is the same points categorized in a different boxes, added a little color change, makes it more impressive. We can further concise the content, add an animation, make the listener to follow what I'm telling. This leaves a more better impact. It can further improvise by just adding a few animations to this, just simple shapes. The first step is like, blood flows into the ciliary process. Then there is an ultrafiltration of plasma into the interstitium. And then from there, again, it goes by active secretion by the ciliary epithelium. So this will give more impact for the listener. The next important point we should concentrate is we have to use the empty space wisely. If we divide the whole slide into multiple quadrants, like 16 compartments are made. In this, you can see these 9 points. I call it as impactful power points, where the most of our focus will be on this particular area. So we have to put the information here and leave other spaces as free as possible so that they don't get distracted. Most of the time they'll put lines here, then they'll add a picture here, or they'll picture somewhere in the end. So that will give the listener more distraction. See this slide, there are so many information is there. There is visual overload of information. Diagrams are there. As a listener, I don't know where to focus, what the speaker is talking. Just simply reduce the amount of matter in this slide to simple slide like this. Put all the information in the central 9 points. Now I know what I'm talking and what the listener has to follow. Next point is we have to influence with the design. Not the routine black and white. We can have so much of color palettes are available. Different fonts are available. There are fonts which are more easy to read on the digital screen than on the what we see in our screen. There are so many attractive headers we can add. We'll just show a few examples later, and add an appropriate graphics and keep the audience engaged. See, this is a simple slide, routine slide. What we do, we can slightly make out this a step-by-step fashion. The first thing is, instead of having everything written in a line-by-line bullet point, I just converted this into 4 different boxes. Immediately the focus is in the center. Next, I simply add an animation, that is a reveal animation, where I'll talk one point one after the other. So now, as soon as the audience see this slide, they know there are 4 points to be discussed. The first point is revealed. Next comes the second point. Next the third point. Next the fourth point. So the audience will be kept engaged. Now, first thing is always to attract the audience with the title. So if the title is of the same font, same color of the main content, they'll not identify what exactly you're talking about. So I just change the color and design of the title slide. It immediately improves the nature of the slide. I just added a background shape, one rectangle shape I've just added in the background that classically distinct this title slide from the main body. Then I can change the gradient fill, add another color to it, just add a footer to it. Immediately the slide, the whole slide, the design is changed. I can further improve it by adding another picture or an icon. See, as you see, this was the slide before, and this is slide what we made. So immediately this will impress the audience. We can easily add more effective visual aids. Most of the slides, if we have the images or a graphics or videos, try to make sure that we have a high quality images or a graphic. Blurred videos, blurred graphics will immediately lose the attention. Charts and graphs should be properly used and demonstrated. We can use vector icons, smart art, animation, infographics. I'll show. As you see, this table has so much of data. The moment I start presenting this table, the audience will not know what exactly points I'm talking about. Just add one simple rectangular shape without any fill, just outline. Immediately the focus is on the first table. When I'm finished talking about the first row, I immediately shift the focus to the next row. Now the speaker knows what I'm talking. Simple. Just by simple adding these simple extra things will make it more interesting. This is another way. So many data is there, but I want this audience to concentrate on this particular area. So this will get highlighted. So the audience will not lose the interest, or they'll just not move away from your slides. This is a routine graph, which I just added a little animation to show that the trabeculectomy, the trend is decreasing. So just add a little bit of animation and change the shape. makes it more interesting. Another example. So this all can be made very simply with the PowerPoint. Just I need to put a little more interest to it. This will create the slide to the next level. What are the effective visual aids we can use? To start with, we can start using a template. The routine templates, what is available in the PowerPoint, you can get it in the design section, where these are all the standard templates which are available. I strongly discourage to use any of these standard templates because this would have used by many number of people n number of times. So most of them will get bored by this. We can start doing our own designs by simple changing the background color. As you see, you can just go to the format background. You can choose any color which is already available. Just change using the color palette. You can choose whatever color you want. Then you can keep on adding, doing a trial and error. This and all, we just have to keep exploring. Only when we start exploring the software, we can know what features are built in there, what additions we can make, what things we can make it a different. So all these are different color palettes are available. We can just add different colors, change the font colors. All these things we can do. I'm sure this all of you must be aware of. Now you can get free PowerPoint templates available for download on Google or any other websites. They're available as both free or you can get it paid as a bundle. These templates comes in a ready-made fashion. You can just download them. You can add your text to it and make it more interesting. This is a simple design which I myself done. Just add a few shapes. It will change the look of your slide itself. Next is an important part like infographics. Adding an information along with the graphics will make your slide more interesting. This is a clock needle animation where I want to convey 2 points of assessing an anterior chamber angle. See first point and the second point. So this will change the perception of the audience itself. So this is where I have to present the boring data into a more interesting slide. This is where you can just show an infographic to say there are 3 types of screening, and then you can just show a roadmap where what was the journey of our developing the VR perimetry so far, what happened at what particular time. The audience will keep on following your presentation. This is a simple infographic where I want to tell that base hospital OP was not recovered as compared to Vision Center OPD. So this will all keep on audience engage with your presentation, and you can convey your information in a better way. The another effective visual aid is to use vectors. So these vectors will convey both our points and also the point matter what we convey to them in a more simple way and more attractive way. As you see that multiple visual field testing, you need to go for multiple times. It is more time constrained. It is proves costlier. So all these things will give more impact to the audience. This is like vector used for simple use of gonioscopy. So this will all change the slide the look itself. So these vectors are easily available in the PowerPoint itself, which can just add inside through the icons where you get all these different icons which is there inbuilt. You can just import any of these vectors, insert it into your slide. These are all SVGs. These are called scalable vector graphics. Like even if you increase or decrease the size of the graphic, the pixel quality will not change. You can just change the color of it, change the background fill of it. So all this thing is more customizable now. You can get another extra addition of vectors, a website called FreePick, where you get a large number of vectors, background, colors, everything, both free and paid premium version. So all these things is available in just Google search itself. So we just have to keep exploring and just keep importing and start practicing. We can even do custom drawings with PowerPoint. As you see, this one particular man vector I wanted to draw so that I can add animation to it, just combining of different shapes and then converting it, adding it. All these things, facilities available in the PowerPoint. You can do whatever you want. You can draw whatever vector you want. You can just, some vectors may not be available free of cost for you. You may not be able to purchase it. You can just keep it along with it, and you can just copy it by doing your own diagrams. So all these things is possible with the PowerPoint. So as you can see, I just draw a rough one, but it is easily madeable in this PowerPoint. So with this custom drawing, I've started drawing all this in anatomical structure. This is the crescent, cornea, sclera. All these things is made easier with our custom drawing. I just wanted to show that our vectis should be under the nucleus when we are doing a new vectis nucleus delivery. So all these things are made custom drawings. It is more easier. We can even add custom animations. This one concept I wanted to tell that with one arrow, I can catch 3 mangoes. With one surgery, I can address 3 issues. So this will create more impact for the listener the moment they see the slide and they can understand the concept better. So why don't we take the perimetry to the patient's home? So all these things, simple animations, we can customize it, create more impact for the listener. So this, most of us would have read in a book, say that this is a monocular field which extends 95-degree temporally, 65-degree nasally. It's easier to read, but very difficult to understand. This is the binocular field. So I just created an animation where to show that this is how the monocular field is of the right eye. This is how for the left eye. Simple shapes, simple animations. And this is the binocular field. And our blind spot of both the eyes falls within the binocular field so that we don't appreciate it. So this will make the audience understand the concept in a much better way. This is one step ahead where we can add a 3D effect also, that this is the visual field of a monocular eye. And this is the island of vision in a sea of darkness. So all these things, it's more easier to convey to the listeners. So it's a simple animation, like custom animation, where this is the heel up when we are in sclera and heel down when we are in cornea. When you are doing a sclerocorneal tunnel, the crescent direction should be like this. And as soon as you enter the cornea, your heel should be down. If you don't do this, if you just follow the same path, you find up doing a premature entry, or if you lift it too much, you'll end up doing a buttonhole. So just a simple animation with custom drawing make things more easier for the listeners, and this will create long-lasting impact for them. So this is a simple animation where I want to tell this MIGS is coming to India, is coming to the developing world. No, this is all used in a video or a presentation, makes more engaging and attractive for the audience. So there's another way of conveying things in a different way in a PowerPoint, where this is a classic slide, it's still attractive. I can make it more attractive by just adding a simple graphic. In Horner syndrome, there is going to be a ptosis, there is a meiosis, there is an irritative enophthalmos, and there is an ipsilateral anhidrosis. So this is more easier for the listener to remember this. And this is a triad of Horner syndrome. And this is the pathway of the sympathetic pathway, where the first order neurons, the second order neurons, the third order neurons, and when there is a lesion there in the first order neurons, what and all can happen. All these things, simple animations will make, and simple features in the PowerPoint will make it more easier to understand. This is one more, where used as a quiz, when option A, go back, option A is it's wrong answer. We can ask this the questions that what is the discharges means is it's not misted eyelashes, it is not drooping of eyelids. All these things we can make it in a PowerPoint in a more easier way and a more in quiz fashion, make them more easily understandable. Just putting a diagram and just adding a simple reveal animation. So now we can see as soon as you click on the photo, it starts working. It starts revealing. So all these things you can make easily with the PowerPoint. So this I wanted to convey a simple idea that at present, AI can only assimilate all the information, can detect glaucoma and identify progression. But what about in future? It will start taking all the clinical data, genomic data, all these factors it will take, and it will start giving more features like risk of developing glaucoma, best management protocol. All these things I can simply convey by this simple slide. Keeps the audience more engaged and more interested. So in concluding, I would like to say creating an impactful slides make our presentations more interesting. It breaks the routine monotonous PPT format. It can convey our thoughts in a better way. All this needs better understanding of the software. Explore the built-in features. There are various videos, teaching videos available in the YouTube and Udemy, etc. You can just spend some time, start implementing it, and start creating the difference. Thank you.